tracking your sleep can actually ruin your sleep if you're anything like me. Hi, I'm Alex Wall, DNA Fat Loss Coach, and before we jump into the video, do be sure to subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Drop me a like if you're enjoying the content so far, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So, I'm the kind of guy who's always looking to improve himself, especially when it comes to my health and well-being, okay? So, I figured I've read a great book on sleep, Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. Incredible book, highly recommend it. And I figured I'd try tracking my sleep, okay? Because I wanted to see how much deep sleep I was getting, how much REM sleep I was getting, how long it was taking me to get off to sleep. Was I waking up in the middle of the night, kind of subconsciously, without kind of realizing it, without remembering it? I would love to see all of this data so I could start to make some informed decisions on how to actually improve the quality of my sleep. Now, that's not to say that my sleep was bad by any means. It's much, much better now, especially after reducing caffeine intake. That has been one of the biggest shifts for me at all. That has been just incredible. However, I feel like there's always more that can be gained, right? So if you're anything like me, you always want to gain just that little bit further in terms of your health. So I decided to install an app. It just required me to have the phone face down next to my bed. Essentially, it was just listening out for, my breathing and my body movements to see when I was falling off to sleep, when I was waking up, was I shifting around in the middle of the night, all these sorts of things. And then it would wake me up. It had an alarm as well. Now, let me tell you, so before I installed this, my sleep was great. I installed the app thinking, this is really exciting, right? I'm going to be able to understand my sleep and be able to improve it, right? But that really triggered a lot of excitement within me. And so as the app started to gather data, it took a few days to sort of compile enough data to actually give me some insight. So it took maybe 3 to 5 days or something. But then once I started to get that data, I had a sleep score, I had an amount of time asleep, I had a graph that showed my awakeness throughout the night. Was I in a deep sleep? Was I in a light sleep? Where was I all the hours of the night time? How long had I spent asleep? How long had I spent awake? How many times had I woken up? All these data points, right? But I'd almost get so excited to see that data, to try and outdo yesterday's or last week's or a few days ago's data, that actually it was almost giving me sleep anxiety in a way. So tracking my sleep ended up ruining my sleep, because I guess I'm that kind of type A personality, very data driven, very kind of, I just want to continue to improve, right? So if you're anything like that, if you're anything like me, you're very analytical, you love seeing the data points and seeing how they correlate to things. Tracking your sleep may not be the best idea, because it can ruin your sleep. And I have seen this in some of my clients as well, okay? So the issue here is we're starting to rely on external measures of success, okay? So just to clarify what I mean by that, rather than coming into tune with my internal measures of success, aka waking up, feeling refreshed, having good energy throughout the day, these are all things that I can tell internally. I was waking up, and the first thing I want to do is grab my phone to check, my sleep score last night was 82, which is an improvement on 75 from the night before. I must have slept better. I only woke up once in the middle of the night. I had only 2 hours of light sleep or something, but 6 hours of deep sleep, okay? I was so excited and kind of obsessed, I guess would be the right word, by these external measures that I completely ignored these internal systems, I guess, this internal information of how did I actually feel in the morning. I would wake up groggy, but if the app told me I slept well, then I'd be like, I must have slept well. When actually, let's be honest, the app's probably not that accurate. And actually listening to my own system is definitely going to give me better results. So whilst I was tracking my sleep, I tried going to bed earlier. I tried pushing my latest meal in the day earlier back in the day, such that I wouldn't be full when I came to bed. I tried chamomile tea. I tried reducing my water intake in the last couple of hours. I tried reducing screen time. All of these things that conventionally, they are great to help you sleep better. All of those things I just mentioned, almost guarantee they're going to help you sleep better. However, in my very specific situation right there and then, because I was so obsessed with these numbers, all of those little benefits I was getting from all those little actions were being completely overridden by the fact that I couldn't get to sleep because I was so worried about my sleep score the next day. As I'm waking up in the middle of the night thinking, is it time to get up? Can I check my sleep score? And then waking up first thing, checking my phone, which is never a good way to start the day. And all of these things has totally disrupted my sleep. Okay? So, key takeaway. Everyone is individual. If you're anything like me, you may not get so much benefit from tracking your sleep. Okay? There's lots of things like Apple Watches, Oura Rings, apps on your phone, whatever it is. Okay? You may not get so much benefit because if you're anything like me, it can be very easy to get kind of obsessed, kind of dive too deep into these numbers, these external measures of success, rather than the internal ones. Okay, how do I feel in the morning? How's my energy? Do I feel like I need to go for coffee? Right, first thing to kind of get me up and going. Okay, so many different ways we can calculate kind of our internal cues. But if you're not so into the data, then maybe it would be a good indication. Okay, maybe you struggle to kind of realize those internal cues, so maybe you actually would get some benefit from the data. I can't tell you for sure, okay? But if you're anything like me, perhaps extra data is not so valuable. But I think for most of us, it's going to be more beneficial to tie into our internal data. How do I actually feel when I wake up in the morning? Rather than just getting up straight out the door, go, stress, let me get on with my to-do list straight away. Just take a second. It doesn't take long. Check in with yourself throughout the day. How did I sleep? Felt quite good in the morning. Don't think I woke up. Feeling pretty good. How's my energy mid-morning, 10 o'clock, for example? Feel good, How is my hunger affected, right? Because sleep impacts hunger. And also fullness, did I have the same amount of food that I would normally during lunchtime and feel satiated? Did I feel full? Or do I still feel hungry and kind of snacky? Let's say 2 p.m. comes, a couple of hours after lunch, and you're like feeling snacky. That's probably a sign that you didn't sleep so well. So actually, there's so many data points we can get without an app. However, if you want to give it a go, by all means, give it a go. I'm just saying beware, because it might actually have the wrong impact on you. Hope you enjoyed the video. I look forward to speaking with you soon.